Hello and welcome back to chapter 5, lecture number 17. So we ended up with this window frame. We combined the wooden frame with a glass. And what I'd like to do in this lecture is make some variations. So we have multiple frames to put into the building we have. So let's take a look at a reference image. You can see we have this big window and a very small one on top. We have a very large small window and we have single windows. So you can see that this window does not exist, but the reason we created it is that we have a good base to start with. So what we can do is simply duplicate this whole frame, Shift D, and I like to make some changes. So I like to start with selecting the window frame and go to the vertice mode, and we zoom in a bit more and go to the wireframe, and I like to remove the bottom part. So you remove the vertices, that's great, and you select the bottom frame, press G, Z, and you scale this. And of course we need to scale the sides a little bit. You can see all sort of vertices floating around. That's not a big deal as long as you scale them G, Z, G, Y. They will just show you the right image. And I like to scale, let's go back to the edit mode and the vertice mode, G, Z. I like to lower this one a bit. Of course, we need to I'll go back to the face mode and select these as well. And we lower it so it won't look stretched or shrimped. And then we select the window, press the G, Z, and that's a bit too much. I won't scale it again. So go to Material Preview, and there is our window. So very quickly we can make different shapes. So that's a lovely thing to do. So I like to make another frame, and let's select this one. Shift left click on the window, Shift D, and I like to rotate it. Press R, Control, and there you go. And there we have a single frame. We maybe like to scale this so these windows look rectangled. Yeah, Control A, rotation and scale. Why do I do this for everything? Control A, rotation and scale, very important. And we want to have this stretched window. So that's a little sort of a hacky modeling. We duplicate this, putting it right there. And I like to go to the vertice mode, go to the wireframe. We select this part, G, X. And what we will do is copy this part. Firstly, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we want 3 extra rows, Shift the G, X, and just put them where you want them. And I think what we need to do in this case, X, let's go to the face mode, X, and remove the faces. Yeah, because you don't want them to be floating inside. That looks pretty good to me. And drag this to the right. And have a quick preview. So that's how you make variations. So we have this rectangle looks shaped window, and that fits perfect on top of a window, of a door. And we will make this in another lecture. We have the single window, and you can see this. We have single windows on top, and we have this, double window. We can use this on all types of window inputs. All right, we have this circle hole, and we will just grab one window frame and put this inside of the window. That will be pretty much it. All right, so we need to do some organization because we have now a lot of window frames, and in fact what I like to do is drag these to the building, because that is where they belong. Is there a simple way of just... I think wasn't really selecting everything. And of course my screencast is disabled, so I'm very sorry for that. And we move this to the building, and if these are the background image, I don't like to, let's put the sunlight in the camera light, and we enable the building. That will take some time because it needs to load everything, and I like to make a separate collection for the building. I had to do this on the first place because now the everything is just floating around, but that's not a big deal. We just need to wait before everything is loaded now, but that was pretty good. Okay, because I still have these selected, it's pretty simple for me to drag these outside of the building, and I want to left click on the building, go for a new collection. It is called building 1, and call this window_frames. And now you simply have to select your windows, you right click, go to move to collection, building, and window frames. And now you can just simply disable it and enable them to have them visible, to have these visible. All right, so that's pretty much it for this lecture. We can also switch to render view, looks a bit better. So in the next lecture, we will put these frames inside of the building. All right, see you in the next lecture. Bye-bye.